Hello students, today we are going to start with the next system, that is the female reproductive system, and along with the female reproductive system we will also see the process of fertilization, then molting, then process of fertilization, then embryonic development, then the birth of the young cockroaches, then the molting process, and after that we will see the whole life cycle of cockroach. So first of all, just see in case of the female reproductive system what is present. This is dioecious already I have told. The male reproductive organ is separated from the female reproductive organ. They are not present in the same body. Different organism will have different reproductive system. So the female reproductive system that will comprise of a pair of ovary. So here this is a pair of ovaries. They are going to have 8 ovarian tubules. Okay, so if I draw only one ovarian tubule, how it look like? See, this is suppose one ovarian tubule. Towards the apical side it is very much actually narrower, and towards the bottom it gets wider. So that's why the female gamete that are the ovum, they are also be matured like that. That means the immature female gamete that are the ovum, that will be present in the top apical most region. Then after that they get more and more developed and matured, and the most developed or most matured female gamete or the ovum, that will be present towards the base. Okay, so here these are the ovaries, which is made up of, one ovary is made up of 8 ovarian tubule. Remember that. So just remember the first point, that is the ovary, where it is present second to the 6th segment, abdominal segment, which have 8 ovarian tubule. Okay, so they are going to have 8 ovarian tubule. Now from both two ovaries there are a pair of oviducts arise. So here this is the oviducts. Okay, so from here this is one oviduct, from here this is the another oviducts that will arise from both the, these are the oviducts, from where both the from both the ovaries, the ovum, they will be collected, and whenever both the two oviducts will join, that will be known as the common oviduct. So this part will be known as the common oviduct, right? Or it will be also known as the vagina. Okay, so just see, from both the two pairs of ovaries the oviducts will arise. From both the two oviducts, whenever they will join, that will be open into a common oviduct or the vagina. Now after that, this vagina will open into a large chamber, and that chamber is known as the genital chamber. Okay, so here this is the genital chamber. Now, if you see the genital chamber, how it look like? Suppose on the lateral side I have drawn, this is the genital chamber, and here this is the vagina that opens. Actually, just above that there is one very important structure present. You can see the blue colored structure I have drawn. This is actually one bilobe structure. One lobe is larger, another lobe is smaller. That is known as the spermatheca. Okay, so this spermatheca is also located in the 6th abdominal segment. Okay, that will also open into this region, that is the same genital sac, and just above that there is one glans opening. And what is the glans opening is? That gland is known as the coalenterial gland, or the collateral gland also you can say. Otherwise you can say collateral gland. Okay, so you can see on either side there is a gland present, that is known as the collateral gland. I will tell you the function of the collateral gland later on. So this is the female reproductive system. What they have? They have a pair of ovaries. Each ovary have 8 ovarian tubule. Then from both the two ovaries a pair of oviducts arise. Now both these two oviducts will open into a common oviduct, or called as the vagina. So this vagina will open into a structure that is called as the genital sac. That genital sac or simply chamber also we can call, sac also you can call. So this genital sac or chamber that is actually present on the 7th abdominal sac, which is actually boat shape. They look like a boat, okay, like that. Now after that, see here, this is the genital sac I told. So in this genital sac, in this genital chamber, the openings of 3 specific openings are here of tubes. One is the same, that is the vagina. Second, just above that, spermatheca is there, where actually the male gametes, they are actually been stored. Now after that, just above that, there is a gland present that is actually known as the coalenterial gland. So this is the coalenterial gland, this is the spermatheca, and this is the vagina. Okay, so here this is the vagina. Okay, remember that. Now after that, see the next thing. What is the female reproductive system? We have discussed. Now after that, see the process of fertilization, how actually the fertilization process will occur. So before fertilization, we will see the process of copulation also, how they will copulate. Okay, so first of all, they will copulate. The male, they have this male genital apparatus, the male genital opening. Remember, I told this is present dorsolaterally. That means the male genital opening that is covered by from dorsal side tergum and from the ventral side sternum, and they have to open the region laterally, and for that they have the phelomeres, right? So those phelomeres, they are the chitinous plates. They will help in the removal of the spermatophore. So spermatophore, what was that? See here, suppose this is the spermatheca. So here the male organism, they will deposit the spermatophore inside the female body with the help of the that chitinous plates or the phelomere. Now this, you remember that the phallic gland of the male organism, they develop one very hard cage. That's why lots of sperms that can be present together, stick together inside a sperm cage. So here these are the sperms, and here also the mushroom gland secretions that will be also present. So this is the mushroom gland secretion, and within that the sperms will be there. So the sperms that will be like this. So these are the sperms. So the sperms will be stored here. Okay, so the sperms will be stored in the spermatheca. Now see what happened. The sperms are present here. Okay, once all the sperms are moved, located to the spermatheca, then the sperm cage will be detached and they will shed off. Okay, now the sperms, they will be deposited in the spermatheca. Now the female gamete or the ovum, whenever they will reach here, at that same time the spermatheca that will release the male gametes too. So whenever the female gamete is released, male gametes will really be released from the spermatheca, and the male gamete will fertilize the ovum, and whenever it will fertilize the ovum, it will form the zygote, right? Now this zygote will undergo cleavage and it will form the embryos. So this embryos that will be actually present on either side of this genital sac. You can see there is actually no such female external genitals like structure is there. On either side you can see there is a ovipositor or female external genitals present, where actually the ovum cage that will be present. Okay, now what is this ovum cage? See, now the process of fertilization has done, the embryos have been formed. Now around 12 to 14 fertilized egg that will be present in 2 rows. Okay, so just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 or 16 in 2 rows. So suppose here this is one row, this is the another row, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this way these are the fertilized eggs. So already they have been fertilized. So after they get fertilized, what will happen? Their gland is there. Remember, this is the coalenterial gland. So coalenterial gland of the female, they will form one cage around the fertilized egg. Okay, and that will be present in a linear fashion in this ovipositor. Now after that, what will happen? This will stay until the embryonic development completes. So after some time, what happened? This is known as the ootica. Okay, so what is the ootica? Ootica is nothing but around 12 to 14 fertilized eggs. Okay, 12 to 14 fertilized egg, they have been covered, they have been protected by one thick covering of the coalenterial gland. So from the coalenterial gland, a secretion is released and that will cover the whole combination around 12 to 14 eggs, fertilized eggs together. Then after that, they will change to a little bit depressed kidney shaped like that. One will have a convergent and another will be a convex part will be there, and there will be a concave region will also be there. It's just similar like to a bean. It become a bean shaped. So this ootica have been formed. After that, inside that ootica, what happens? That embryos, they complete their embryonic development, and after that the new young ones, they will come out. And whenever the new young ones will come out, the new young ones will be known as the nymph. Okay, remember that will be known as the nymph. The nymph, that will have some changes. You can see they are light in color, or they will be nearly transparent or light in color. Okay, they lack the wings. Okay, already I have given, they lack the wings. Next thing, they do not develop. They also don't have the male and a female reproductive organs mature. That means they have underdeveloped male and female organs. So male and the female organs, that will be not completely developed. Obviously this is a nymph for the baby cockroaches. So the nymph come out. The nymph, that will undergo around 6 molting. That means the shedding of exoskeleton. So it undergo 6 molting. And 6 molting, what we can call it, this is also known as ecdysis. Ecdysis is a phenomenon of removal of their exoskeleton, and they remove their exoskeleton, once again grow, remove the exoskeleton, once again grow. I have already told you about the process, phenomenon of ecdysis, why this happens. For actually protection, and they have to shed so that they can grow. Otherwise, this chitinous exoskeleton is going to prevent their development, their growth. So after completing the 6th molting, the nymph will become the adult cockroach. Okay, so this adult will produce the gametes. These gametes will fertilize, and after fertilize, that will form once again the ootica. This way the life cycle goes on. Now what happened in case of them? You just see what type of development is shown. See, the nymph will directly convert into an adult. Will you see here the larval stage, pupal stage, like that? Like if you see in case of another insects like silkworm. Silkworm have 5 instar larvae. They will have larval stages. But here what happened? The nymph directly develop into an adult. They have molting, that is different. But the nymph will develop into an adult. No more such different structural organization have in an intermediate stage. There is no intermediate stage. The nymph will convert into an adult. Just they don't have the wings. That is not a big deal. So the nymph will convert into an adult. So whenever they become the adult, then after that they become sexually mature, reproduce, and after that once again this life cycle will go on. So as this type of development we have seen, what we can say that this organism will have direct metamorphosis. Okay, so they are going to have direct or paurometabolous organism also you can call. They have direct metamorphosis. Okay, so what is it? This type of development you can see in case of this organism. Okay, they develop the eggs. So this way they have internal fertilization. Fertilization occurs inside their body. They don't have any larval stage in the middle, so they have the direct development. And the nymph, that is not a larva, we can say. This is the young cockroach who will undergo 6 molting. That means remove their exoskeleton and become the adult. So this organism will have this type of reproductive system. In the earlier video I have told you the male reproductive system. In this video I have completed the female and process of copulation, fertilization, then the whole life cycle. This way we will complete the we have completed the cockroach structural organization. So this way we completed. In the next video we will discuss another organism, that is frog. Till now, that is all about the cockroach you need to know. I hope you understand. Thank you.